The back of his eyelids.
Yeah.
That's a good book. All right, I'll be right back.
Did you ever see that one with that Late Show thing with Morgan Freeman? They show a clip of him falling asleep, like on set or something. And they showed it. He goes, "No, those. I was just testing out my new eyelids from Apple." Oh, here you go, Sugar.
What?
Shakespeare gave us pageantry.
Yes!
Oh, and we have him to thank for Karen's.
Oh, fuck.
He made the word manager.
Oh, Shakespeare.
I was totally talking to myself because I was muted and didn't know. Do you guys ever just like walk around after the show like, come on? Like,
come on. I do.
Yeah, I do too. It irritates me.
I did that this afternoon though, Gina. I had myself muted. During lunch, we were doing a Zoom trivia contest, and I'm yelling out the answers for about 3 questions until I realized I'm muted.
These headphones make me look fat.
No.
Oh, sweetie.
Shut your mouth, people.
Come on! You sweet summer child.
Like Dora the Explorer.
I thought about doing my hair before getting on, but then I just put on a hat because I didn't want to deal with this. I promise it was a lot worse earlier. It just got better after the hat.
Come on!
But come on, what is the question?
Me!
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Such dirty, filthy.
True.
Don't drop any F-bombs, but let sugar talk. It's the same damn thing.
All right,
How
what's
dare
up,
you.
everybody? What's up? It's time for the show. This portion of the show brought to you in part by our good friends at. Let me find them.
Me. This
DMX
portion of the show
Landscape.
brought to you by me.
What's that?
DMX Lawn.
Bask in the glory that is Chris.
Yes.
You're
DMX
welcome,
Lawn
America.
Landscape. Y'all
Gonna make me mow your lawn. Up in here. Up in here.
Also, Extreme Class Limousines, a reliable limousine company in the area. They're also doing errands. Like, for instance, Colleen's mom needed a bunch of bricks picked up because she can't pick the bricks up herself. So she just sent Guy over to get the bricks and take them to her house to put in her garden. So there you go. He was running errands. Grocery store, grocery guy. Check him out. Extreme Class Limousines. And Gloss and Glam by your Lip Sense distributor. Who's it by, Colleen? Who's our lip?
Julianne.
Who is it?
Julianne.
Julie.
Don't be yelling, girl.
I know.
It's too early.
She's trying to fix my headphones. Like I broke them right before I went on air. So
Even bricks travel better than me.
Lip Sense by Julianne. All right, here we go. Let's get this show started for Thursday.
So there's Andrew. There's no video.
Feature presentation.
Oh,
This is Ed McMahon. And now,
You got to hit the button.
shut
Thanks,
up.
Georgia and Ken.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
He's aight.
Yeah.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Colleen's fixing my headphones, so I can't really. I think she got them fixed. Yes. Colleen fixed my headphones. We're good. We're good. We're good. Welcome everybody to the show. Got a busy one for you. Chris Tiefel up at the top. Also on the other side is Sugar Vermont.
Here I am.
Denny Crum, Jake Dickey, Gina, and of course Colleen Z. Let's do this. It's our Thursday/Friday show. Here we go.
Come on.
Woo!
Woo!
Welcome
It's the
to-
Andrew Z in the morning at night, Thursday, Friday show. I'm so confused right now.
Podcast.
podcast. The podcast. All right, Tifa, what's going on?
All right, so let me get this straight. Colleen's the one that fixes the car.
Yes.
Colleen's the one that fixes your headphones.
Yes.
She cleans.
Yes.
She wrangles the children.
Yes.
What exactly are you bringing to the party?
He cooks.
The dress he's wearing.
My good looks? Are you kidding right now? I have a long schlong.
Oh, my
I
stars
gotta
and
go.
garters.
I'm
I'm a
getting-
Christian woman.
Settle down there, Bill Maher.
That was awful.
I'm sorry, everybody. It's So yeah, so for those who weren't with us yesterday, we're gonna go Monday through Thursday this week and probably next week, and then after that, as people are trying to get back to work, trying to get their hustle on, trying to make a living, trying to do what they do. Of course, we might back out a couple more days after that. So we're kind of playing it by ear. I mean, everyone's playing this whole Corona thing by ear. So I don't know, Colleen, go ahead.
And then not this Saturday, but next Saturday, the 23rd, we're having a birthday parade for JJ.
Yes, it's our daughter's second birthday, so we're gonna have a birthday parade. And Colleen has put more money into this damn thing. She's 2. She's never gonna remember it. I don't understand it.
I personally think that all of these like birthday parades and drive-bys that we've been having during this whole COVID thing are really just taking away from the true meaning of what a drive-by is.
That's true. When I was a
Listen.
kid, drive-bys you'd run from and hide.
I got you covered because when I drive by to say happy birthday to Josie, I'm throwing stuff at Andrew.
Well, see,
So wait.
I need the parade because my friends are coming and I get to at least see them through a car window.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sugar.
Is the second birthday the one where you get to eat an entire cake with your hands?
That was the first.
the first.
First.
Oh man, life
That's
is
the
already going.
43rd because that's this July, and I'm eating a whole cake with my hands, and I don't care what it says.
That little kid's life was already going downhill. Like that's the pinnacle.
I know.
Eating a cake with your entire hands and face, making a huge mess and having everybody love you for it.
Oh.
I do all of those, but nobody loves me for it.
It's
I call that Tuesday.
Okay.
Sugar, I'm going to actually send you pictures of Josie's first birthday. My child insisted on a fork.
yeah, it's really weird.
hell?
It's a weird kid.
My youngest
that's an
nephew-
odd duckling.
Go ahead.
My sister
Steve.
decided to have a destination birthday for my youngest nephew's birthday because that makes sense. And so we're up in Michigan next to a lake, and then she does the cake, but she got this like huge cake for a 1-year-old, and just here puts it right in front of him, and he goes to town on that thing and gets chocolate places I'm sure he didn't know he had, and he's just covered in it. And she just takes him out in the lake and dips him in. Just boom.
That's a smart mother.
Yes.
Yeah, very smart.
I love it. All right, we got a lot to do. Let's first talk about the new rules that the governor has passed for the state of Ohio. Go ahead, Colleen.
Oh, I got to talk about the childcare one.
All right, so we'll get to the child care one here. We'll get to all of them.
The childcare one really, really, really rubs me the wrong way.
So as we know, May 15th, which is tomorrow, outdoor dining, salons, and spas open tomorrow. May 21st, campgrounds open. May 22nd, horse racing with no spectators. What? What?
That's a gambling one. I don't know.
21st is also bar and restaurants.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you're right. 21st is bar and restaurants. Thank you, Jake Dickey.
Wait, are people allowed to gamble, but they have to stay at the OTB?
Actually, what happens is you have to stand outside, and they'll just tell you what horse won.
Yeah, no, your horse didn't win, man.
Yeah, you take your word for it. Now,
You lost.
man, everyone lost tonight. It's so weird, but man, the track did really well. Okay, so Bureau of Motor Vehicles opens May 26th. So if you've been holding off getting those cars registered, May 26th for those.
No, their website said I had 90 days until after the state of emergency was lifted.
Oh,
I agree.
and then the Bureau of gyms and fitness centers May 26th. Non-contact sport leagues May 26th. Public pools May 26th. I didn't even know they were opening public pools. I guess
They weren't gonna.
Ones that are overseen or whatever by the county health departments, I think, or county something.
But I don't think locally in Toledo there aren't going to be any pools. I don't believe. The mayor has put a skibosh to that. And daycares and day camps May 31st.
Skibosh?
I don't know.
It's like a kibosh.
May 31st for daycares and day camps. Go ahead, Denny.
Anything about casinos?
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes, they said not yet, Denny.
Ugh.
They said, here's why. Colleen wants to go off on daycare, so we'll let her do that, and then I'll get to your casino question. Go ahead, Colleen.
Okay, so I totally understand that a lot of people get state assistance for childcare. 100%. But, back in the day, they used to say, hey, okay, you trust your parent more than you trust a daycare facility. We'll pay your parent to sit at home and watch the child. So wouldn't that be a better alternative instead of exposing all these little kids to a bunch of little kids that we have no idea where they've been?
Yeah, I'm worried about that one. This soon, in May?
They said it was an experiment. So you're going to experiment
Oh
with
my
our
God.
children?
They did not say that.
They said, it's on one of the news channels. Yes, it absolutely says this experimenting. I'm like,
Jesus.
what?
I don't
Oh
think-
my God.
The governor's too smart. He's
We're
no
dipping
way.
our toe in the COVID waters.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the
It's-
big deal is.
There's going to be such a spike, and it's going to be crazy, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Go ahead, Colleen.
And I really hope Mallory is watching this. No, you cannot go to your friend's house whose mom is having a giant party,
On
so you
Saturday.
can stop
This
texting
Saturday.
me.
This Saturday.
Yeah,
I can't.
my kids' friends have all started calling and texting like, "Oh, quarantine's over. We're coming over."
But we're
No,
talk-
you ain't.
Not
No,
even.
quarantine's not over here.
Well, not only that, like to have kids over, but she's having like a big party, like with a bunch of kids. Like you don't know where any of those kids have been.
She's throwing a prom.
Here's the bottom line. The bottom line is we're open for business. People are out doing what they're going to do. They're not wearing masks. They're just going to restaurants. They're doing everything. and we're just going to see what happens. I can't worry about it anymore. Like I'm sitting here worrying. I'm not worrying about it anymore. I'm like, well, everyone, good luck, everybody. We'll see what happens.
Now, if your little friend wants to come over and ride bikes and you guys maintain a decent distance, fine.
Yeah. All right. Everyone's got their hands up. So let's go. Let's start with Jake Dickey.
Well, so our first night open, we already have at least 90 people on reservations
Jesus.
throughout the entire night.
It's gonna be absolutely insane.
Denny Crum, go ahead.
Yeah, like I'm gonna make you guys a little mad at my fiance. She's already planning on going and getting her haircut as soon as this stuff opens. Like
Yeah,
her haircut and my our stepson Justy. We're trying to or my stepson. They're she's trying to get his haircut. I'm like, y'all, you can wait a cut.
Well,
So
yeah,
you-
she's rolling in all that Dickie boob money.
Oh my God.
I said you can wait a couple weeks. Like
I
you know,
know.
he's not going to school anytime soon. Like
Right.
you can just let's just give
Okay,
this some time.
Go ahead,
I
Colleen.
recant my statement about Ashley possibly being my new bestie because, yeah, nope.
Well, and here's the thing. Look,
Yeah, we got into an argument about it.
For me, I think my go-to date is going to be like, every day is different for me. Like, I feel different how everyone else is doing it, but I feel June 1st is going to be my day. If we're all opening up like tomorrow over the next week, I'm going to know in 2 weeks if it's going to be Hellmageddon or not. And so I'm just going to go, probably June 1st is probably my day to figure this whole thing out. Go ahead, Gina.
So here's why we're not going to know by June 1st, because we're not testing like we should. So we're not going to know that a bunch of people have it. The way we're going to know is by the number of people dying,
Right.
sadly.
It's the only
Yeah.
And so that's not going to happen till at least mid-June. So my date is mid-June, and we're going to see a spike in deaths, which is absolute. I mean, maybe not,
Yeah.
but we may see a spike in deaths. If we do, then I know not to go out, and if we don't, then I might start going out a little more.
So you're planning another
But-
month. You're planning another month, basically.
But see, I'm super lucky that I can.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. I understand there are some people that can't.
Right.
I get it. You know, Dubs works, and he's been working this whole time, so we have that. But I'm not working. I'm not going to be back to work yet. And when I am, I don't have to go anywhere. My kids aren't in school. Like I'm really, really lucky to be able to quarantine myself until mid-June.
Go ahead, Sugar.
My question, Andrew, because you have that list, did it say anything about schools and when they were going to reopen? Did it have any updates?
No, they're not doing any updates. Although it's interesting because I did see on Facebook somewhere that there's actually one of the year-round charter schools that the year-round ones. So the kids go to school all year round. That they're wanting, because their fiscal year starts July 1. They're wanting to bring kids back July 1.
Terrible idea.
Go ahead, Tifo.
This was related to Gina's previous comments there. I just wanted to let her know that I was happy to be her canary in a coal mine that decided she could actually leave whether or not I live or not. I was right here.
You're
I'm happy
welcome.
to do it.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
mean,
so I just don't know. I guess if we're putting kids in daycare May 31st, I guess we're going to start them in school July 1st, and we'll just
feel
roll the dice.
I feel like that's just so dangerous because I work at
A school.
somewhere.
Yeah.
a school.
Somewhere.
But you can't tell kids to social distance.
No.
And a lot of those kids are higher risk. A lot of them have disabilities or multiple disabilities or are immunocompromised. And I don't think a roll of the dice is how you should be treating kids' lives.
I
It really
know.
doesn't sit well with me.
It's
so how are the
crazy.
what are the parents saying? Like, is there any feedback about this school that you guys saw or heard?
I haven't seen it yet. I just heard about it.
Yeah. So, Colleen, go ahead.
So I had actually saw on, again, one of the news sites that TPS was already implementing 3 different options to return in the fall. Option 1, which was completely virtual online schooling and supplying the computers and everything to everyone. Option 2 was switching the days. So some kids went some days, some kids went other days. Option 3 is to have kids sit in the classroom for 8 hours a day with a mask and PPE on.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they have to. They have to. Look, no one knows what's going to. There's no one that's can predict what's going to happen in July, August. But they have to make plans now, and I think those are the 3 plans. Pretty much, I think every school around the country is going to have to deal with. Go ahead, Denny.
I mean, so how easy or difficult is this going to be to roll back. Once we hit these spikes.
No,
Well,
I don't think you can. I think
I-
once we do, it's all balls to the wall, and that's that.
And then we're just going to put up with sick and dead.
What can you do?
I don't
We
know.
could barely reel them in the beginning. There's no reeling people in after you
see,
let them out.
I disagree because here we've talked about this on this show about how about 80%
The majority, yeah.
80% of the people believe that that we should still be social distancing. Okay, so now when people start going out, all of a sudden the deaths start to spike. I think people will turn it around quickly, and they're like, "All right, we're back home. We tried it. We went. It's like I went outside, and I got the Rona. I'm back inside, and I'm shutting the doors. I'm going to board them up. I'm done. I don't know.
That requires critical thinking, and we are lacking that right now.
I know we are. I know. Jake, go ahead.
I mean, what do you think too when people do start feeling the symptoms? How smart are they going to be to actually go back in and quarantine for 14 more days?
Right, exactly. Well, here's the other part too. That's one part, and number two is who knows where to get a test. Like you can't just go get a test. Like right now, Jake, where would you if you were feeling crappy? Like maybe you had the Rona. Where would you go get a test at? Do you have any idea?
I would assume I'd call the doctor first. That'd be my first step, and he would advise me.
Yeah, I maybe I don't know. Nobody knows for sure. I mean, I guess that's probably everyone's first step. But what
Andrew, they have these big shiny things called hospitals.
But I've been hearing people when they go into there like, oh, you got to go home and just quarantine. Like they weren't giving tests. I don't know. Are they giving tests now?
They were not. They were not giving tests.
No.
At first, they did start doing tests for people
And then they
that
stopped 'em.
had the symptoms, but
Yeah.
they still sent them home.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd go full Karen.
Go ahead, Sugar.
I think in time, talking about reopening and everything, it's kind of one thing for somebody to make the choice for themselves. Like I choose that on the 30th, I'm going to go to the bar, whatever. But when you're talking about sending kids back to schools,
I know.
they don't get to make that choice. And if the kids have disabilities, then they don't even necessarily have the agency to be able to say, no, I don't want to be a lab rat. How about I go back to school and my brother and sister does?
I agree. Go ahead, Denny.
Well, I mean, according to the expert that I see on Facebook, the tests are all bullcrap anyway. So, we don't even really have to worry about trying to get a test because it's not even the virus; it's the 5G and
And the murder hornets.
Yeah, and the murder hornets.
And the lizard people.
The lizard people,
Thank you.
and they're doing all this to keep us inside so they can change the battery and the birds because birds aren't real.
And it's the population control. So Bill Gates is the enemy.
Yeah,
And,
Bill Gates is trying to put a tracking device into us, even though we automatically carry around cell phones.
Gina, go ahead.
So Cheryl, who is the teacher for TPS, she said the governor is just making recommendations and nothing's been set in stone yet. A listener, Amy, said she has to go back to work, but since she can't afford to lose her daycare spot, she's not going to send him to daycare because she's scared to send him to daycare because she doesn't want her child to be a guinea pig. But she has to pay for that to keep his spot. So as of June 1st, she's going to be paying $600 to them just to keep his spot and not send him.
Which is complete BS.
Yeah, and also she said Rite Aid is doing testing now for even asymptomatic people.
But I think it's like $100 or something like that. These tests should.
I'm not sure about the actual COVID test. The antibody test costs money for sure.
Here's the other part of this. So back to Denny's original point about the casinos. So here's some fine print that I'm just learning about within the last couple hours, that the state is saying there's no entertainment at any of the bars or restaurants. So they're not allowing any music.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again.
Yeah, I don't know what Georgia is going to do. I don't know.
No, I was zoning out and being angry about something, but what?
they're not allowing any entertainment for the foreseeable future. Like there's not even a date set for entertainment yet. So no musicians, no bands, no DJs,
drag queens,
no casino, no nothing, anything, no pool. You can't play pool. You can't play darts. You can't do anything at a bar, but I guess go and have a drink or go eat your dinner or whatever. And that's for the foreseeable future.
Wait, you said no DJ?
No DJs. Nothing. Nothing.
Are they also shutting down the glory holes?
No, those are staying open.
Okay.
And the glory hole is
At
me.
least Sugars is. Jake, go
I'm
ahead.
open. I'm open for business.
Has anyone heard about comedy clubs?
Same thing. No entertainment whatsoever.
Even though the comics on stage and they could just fill less of the room, it'd be like a normal show that me and Chris do anyway.
Yeah. You ever done a show for one person?
Yes.
Because I have.
Well,
And that one person was just the other comedian.
yeah, hold
Yeah,
on.
and it's just as depressing as it sounds.
Tifo has been practicing social distancing at comedy clubs for years. He's an expert at it. Gina, go ahead.
Also, those people that do the gig work, Sugar, I don't know if you file taxes on your drag queen money, but
I have no comment
if
at this
you
time.
if you do claim that, they did open up, I think I might have already said this, but I'm going to say it again just in case somebody wasn't listening because it's super duper important. The PUA, the expanded unemployment website, is up. So if you're a gig worker, if you filed taxes, I don't know what proof they want, but they asked me for my income tax and I file it every year. So if you don't typically qualify for unemployment, you can get it through this extended
Which includes
unemployment.
Uber drivers.
When did gig worker become a thing?
Well, comedians
2 years
are gig
ago.
workers, DJs are gig workers.
Yeah.
Well, I understand the concept and who falls under it, but that used to just be independent contractor.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah,
It's just
they
that some people don't get a 1099. Like typically musicians won't get a 1099 for the jobs they do.
I don't even know if musicians are going to be eligible for this extra unemployment. I don't know because they don't
It
get
looks like it to me.
Really? So
Yeah.
So did you gone through it? Are you already approved, or you just applied today, or what, Gina? Where are we at with
It
this? Do you
opened
know?
2 days ago and it's the government. I'm not going to be approved till like
Yeah. So,
Okay.
all right.
Next
I'll
up.
be well back to work by the time they approve it.
All right. This
But yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
they
Where exactly do prostitutes fall?
they're a gig worker, I think.
In-
The
Inside.
IRS is happy to take your money. They even have a
They-
box for illegal money.
They
Do
do.
they file taxes?
Yeah.
If they file taxes, they're all in.
That's how they got Capone.
Yeah, I was gonna say even if you're a drug dealer, as long as you file your taxes, because a lot of times they'll get you on not filing taxes if they can't get you on anything else.
Are they gig workers or gag workers?
Well, if they're gagging, they're not very good at what they're doing.
Yeah,
I don't know any hooker that has a gag
they have
reflex.
to. They have to.
How many
Not that I
hookers do you
any
know?
hookers.
This portion of the show.
No, apparently, I'm hooker bait. I have been hit on or propositioned by at least 5 hookers in the last 4 years.
All right.
You look like you pay
Sweetie.
for it. That's why. This portion is brought to you by hookers.
Colleen.
One of them was really sad. You guys know that marathon station on Dorr Street?
Uh-huh.
Right
Not
there,
as
it
much
was-
as you do.
I was getting gas there at like 3 a.m. in the morning, and apparently that's the signal. Because there was this like barely a woman sitting on the bus stop, like in front of the station, and she approaches me while I'm pumping gas, and I can't hear her. So I ask her to talk louder. She talked, and it takes me like 3 times to get her to talk at a reasonable volume where I can hear her. And that's when she propositions me and offers, oral services for money, and I politely turn her down, and then she just puts her head down and just walks silently back to the bus stop, like it was her first day, and she had finally got enough courage to like do it. And then I turned her down. She's like, that
And the
guy
rest of
turned
the
me
story
down.
is then he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Come here, baby. You don't even gotta. It's okay. Come on."
Tifo, you could have broken a brand new hooker. Like, are you
I
stupid?
know.
Are you stupid?
So rude.
I felt bad. Like she put her head down, like she was sad, and like
She was going to do that regardless.
He felt guilty for not getting a hooker.
You
Yeah.
could have at least let her give you a handy, honey.
Something.
That would have been
Yeah,
polite. That would have been polite.
It would have been polite.
And it's probably cheaper.
I don't know. I just don't believe in paying for it.
All right, this portion of the show.
So you don't believe in getting it?
She was
Apparently.
a gig worker. She was a gig worker.
Okay, wait. Andrew
Look.
has to do these.
Yeah. Andrew was really trying to get these advertisements
I know,
in during the
real
hooker
quick,
segment.
I know, right? RCI Interior Design, specializing in residential, small commercial, and senior living interior design. Also brought to you by Memorable Lights. Bring your memories to light with 3D print lithophanes, photos seen through light.
The good
they offer-
memories, not all the memories.
They offer many forms of light memories, from night lights, cube lights, coming soon lampshades. Check them out at mirablelights.us. And Exotic Customs and Tunes, Detroit's #1 auto detail company, has expanded to Toledo, and it's now Bear Detailing. Use the keyword Andrew Z for specials. I think they're doing like the high-end $60 deal for like $20 right now
What?
for auto detailing.
Can I just like roll through that drive-through and let them detail me? I got $20, honey.
They're not
I
gig
paid for
workers.
this. I paid for this.
Message me, by the way, if you want to get a hold of it. All right, let's move on to got a bunch of other stuff. This is kind of sad news. Fowl and Fodder, one of Colleen and I's, we love Fowl and Fodder, their restaurant. Their chicken and waffles.
Oh my God, their chicken and waffles are the best.
so good. They've closed their original Sylvania location, but
the downtown one's still standing.
Downtown's still open,
Okay.
and then they have
Oh, good, because I wanted to try them.
Well, and they have odd.
They have odd fodder. If you want a
In
like
Toledo. In Perrysburg.
if you want an overdose on a sugar sweet tooth thing going on, oh my God,
That's the diabetes in a cup that you see with like it looks like a
Yes.
it looks like a Bloody Mary for kids.
It
It's got the
does.
big giant like Buckeyes and a whole like ice cream pop sticking out of the whatever the hell it is. It's crazy.
I'm Wilford Brimley. Have you had a giant milkshake from the Fowl and Fodder? If so, you got diabetes.
So they actually copied off of M Street Bakery, which is up in Michigan, and they pretty much admitted it. But we used to drive. Me and my friends used to drive to M Street Bakery to get these shakes from this place, and now we can just go right here in Perrysburg. It's so amazing.
They're now it's odd fodder. Okay, and the other thing, parking enforcement is going to resume in Toledo. So
Rude.
going to be getting tickets
Wait.
again.
They weren't doing it before now?
No, I guess they stopped.
I could have parked so many places.
And went nowhere because everywhere was closed.
Yeah, it's true.
It's the principle of the thing, Gina.
He would have just gone. He would have just gone downtown just to park, even though there was
Yeah.
nothing to do. He would have.
Do you know how much money I already owe ParkSmart?
Yeah, he would
God,
he would
I
just
hate
park
them.
and sit in his car and laugh. I'm getting away with it.
It'd be this. The parking person would be the same. Have the same look on their face as his hooker. They just
Yeah.
put their head down and just shake their head because he's sitting in the car.
I already know the spot I'd park in. It's that one spot. It's like across the street from the Cock and Bull, but like right in front of the Mudheads Museum.
Oh, that's a good spot.
But it's like the driveway thing for like deliveries and crap. And it like I park right there because that's the only space open when you go down there and there's a game going on, and it's just so beautiful.
It's open because it's illegal to park there, Chris. They're saying Park Smart as in the what do you call them? The parking meters. Not like it's not a free for all. You can't just go park wherever you want.
Just park in someone else's driveway. This is mine now.
I heard it's a free for all.
Go ahead,
Chris now that has the same face as Hooker had.
So
I advocate for anarchy in only one part of the world, and that is parking.
Okay, go ahead,
okay,
Colleen.
ladies and gentlemen, mostly ladies. Tiefel has a little too much time on his hands. If somebody would
Way
like to
too
take
much.
some of that time off of his hands, we can put you in contact with him.
Take
We don't
something else off my hands too.
we don't think that
My
he's
God.
a serial killer. I know he might look like one, but we don't think he is.
We don't-
Tiefel, I'm
He
just
is
going to give you a
rude.
price sheet, honey.
Wait a minute, Colleen. I think it's important to point out that we can't confirm nor deny that he is a serial killer because just in case someone is serial killed in his presence, the show does not want to be held liable.
I agree.
It's true, and then we all because everyone isn't a serial killer until you find out they're a serial killer. Like they don't announce it, and we would be the same ones. God, we had no idea. He seemed like such a
No,
nice
we
guy.
wouldn't. We'd be
Well-
like, saw that coming.
Oh yeah. There's not one of my neighbors either that'd be like that.
Really?
They come. I get caught doing serial killing or something, and they
Serial killing.
and the cops would or the media would come by, and my neighbors. So they'd be like, "Yeah, it was that guy." He was like, "Yeah, what was he like?" Damn, I owe my wife $5.
Go ahead, Jake.
If serial killers just admitted it, man, you would lose FBI profilers.
That's true.
That's a whole job industry you're keeping open.
Yeah.
You know, there was a time.
I'm a job creator.
there was a time before I was the worst person in Toledo that the Mud Hens let me do the announcing one game. You know, like it's now batting, like from the stadium, like it'd be in the stadium from now batting number 12.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah, Stu Richards. Welcome to the Mud Hens, everybody. So
All right, can you get him to play more than just the beginning part
of a song.
of songs like Journeys?
What?
Songs like
Tiefel, what do you expect them to wait 3 minutes in between bats? The baseball games are long enough.
I'd be okay with that.
Exactly. So they let me go in there, and it was the coolest thing. I'd always wanted to do that. The stadium. I mean, it's kind of probably every guy's dream, pretty much.
It's like, honestly, it's one of my dream jobs.
Of course,
to do.
yeah, exactly. Go to watch games and get to announce them or whatever. So, but I was trying to make it a little more interesting for the people that were in the booth because they seemed a little bored. So every time
they're at work.
Every time I announce someone, of course, they'd come up on the big screen, their picture, right? So I said, okay, we're gonna play a game. Not on the microphone. I said we're gonna play a game. Everyone they pop up there, you have to pretend like it's a mugshot. And what would they have been convicted of?
This goes wrong real fast.
So through the whole game we were doing that, and I'm pretty sure the superiors didn't like it and never got asked back to do another game. I'm like, hey guys, I'm available on these dates too. Okay, we'll get back to you. And I never got to come back for another game.
I imagine there was a difference in crimes between. Here we go. We have Michael Weathersby, and you guys are guessing some weird financial crime, and then all of a sudden, you got Ricardo Gutierrez.
All of a sudden, it gets racist. Go ahead.
That goes bad real fast.
Go ahead, Jake.
Now batting number 69, Chris Tiefel. Oh yeah, he's a rapist.
Exactly. No, look at him. God, of course.
When we say
what
his
sucks is
face, we mean the one he's wearing.
I'm in a catch-20. Nice. I'm in a catch-22 here because with the beard and everything, I look creepy.
Yes.
But if I shave the beard, the last time I had to shave the beard off, I got accused to my face of looking like a child molester from a random stranger.
How rude. That is like the rudest thing you could ever say to somebody.
Right. That's going to be my new greeting. You look like a child molester.
Unfortunately, Gina, I saw the picture, and it's also a very accurate thing you can say.
I'm not even, like I said, I'm not denying that it's true or not. I'm just saying that that's what happened.
But you are.
I think he means that he looks like one. I see your face, Denny.
Yeah, looks like one.
I don't think that's what he meant.
Yeah, go ahead, Colleen.
So when me and my ex-husband moved into our first apartment, our Chinese neighbor walks up to us and goes, "Are you
Asian American?"
Okay.
All right.
Are you?
Get off your high horse.
Literally looks at my ex-husband and goes, "Are you a serial killer?" And my ex-husband goes, "That wasn't smart to ask me if I was."
Hey, you just pissed me off.
If you're a serial killer, you have to tell me. That's like the law.
Yeah, it's entrapment if you kill me.
So every day after
Are you a cop?
Every day after that, she'd see him come home and she'd run inside and lock her door.
Go ahead, Jake.
So I just figured out Chris's his nickname. If he was a baseball player, it'd be Chris the Toucher Tiefel.
Chris the Toucher Tiefel.
That
Chris,
was encouragement.
Touch 'em all, Tiefel.
Oh my.
Okay.
My employer approves.
Okay.
Andrew, when I met you, you gave me a list of things that were not funny, and we've touched on about 5 of them tonight.
I know.
Touchdown.
Yeah, I said it.
So this is kind of interesting. So there's 2 kids made an unusual discovery in a Toledo field. Did you guys hear about this in South Toledo?
Is it an alien?
They found a small urn.
With an alien in it?
Young siblings found some things that had been tossed out. The whole family is now doing a little detective work because one of the items in that pile was an urn.
Was it green and porcelain?
I don't know why. Are you missing one?
No reason.
Oh. Adriana Freeman, 11, and her brother Damien, 12, stumbled upon a pile of personal belongings during a game of Frisbee, and in that pile was an urn. Quote, Damien, I felt like it was something that was important to someone, and I didn't want to do the wrong thing and just toss it out somewhere. So the 2 rushed home to their mother, and the mom said, I tried to open it to see if it was legitimate, and it was. It wouldn't come open, and there was a name on the bottom of it with the words quote, going home.
What?
You could feel it.
Maybe like that person loved that field and that's where they wanted their ashes.
I know these kids
like, took them out.
The Brady Bunch has removed a weird tiki thing from the beach, and all hell broke loose.
They got
You're removing somebody's remains.
It says you can feel there's a bag of ashes in there, and you can feel it moving. Ooh. So at first we thought it would be an animal potentially, but then a lot of people told me it was probably a keepsake urn. Those are small urns that are used when ashes get split up. So I figured that's what it was. So there was like a mini, it was like 2 inches tall. You give it to a bunch of different family members. Like for me, I think I have 75 of them. So that
What?
no, I'm just kidding.
No, because fat
He
doesn't
hides
turn
them in
into,
the air conditioner.
What?
fat doesn't turn into ash, Andrew. Fat just bubbles and melts. So
No,
you're only going to be one urn.
There's no way that you can tell me that I'm going to have the same amount of ounces as Colleen is if we were to burn them.
Yeah,
All
so.
the fat's gonna sizzle up. It'll smell delicious.
you have the same amount of
You're
fat.
gonna, he'll smell like bacon. Like all of Toledo just smells like bacon when Andrew dies.
Shut up.
But
Jake-
the ashes are just dust and bone shards, just like little ones.
oh, Jake, go ahead.
So the woman who got the urn, she didn't like treat it like it was a gender reveal party and smash it open and be like, "Oh, it's gray, it's dead, it's dead."
She said it makes me feel great that I'm doing something right for the people who've lost someone because they're trying to find it. Now, here, while this would be an out of the ordinary find for most of us, here's the twist of the story: the brother and the sister found an urn in 2018 on their way home from school.
Okay, now they're just hunting. They're urn hunters.
when they lived in a different neighborhood. It was in a pile of things that had been discarded outside a house.
Are they trying to capture the power of the Undertaker or what?
It's like infinity stones.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
At that point, they had to track down the person with the first urn, and the mom says she still keeps in touch with the person whose urn it was from 2018.
No, you know what? If you show up to my front door with one of my family members' urns, we're not gonna be friends.
Doing some looking.
I feel like these kids are only like one neighborhood move away from starting to break into people's houses for urns. Look, Ma, I found an urn. Where was it? Their mantle.
we're going to see this on like a future episode of like was it Mine Hunters, where this is going to be like the part like of a future serial killer. Like, oh,
right.
Do they search for urns? Like,
Yes.
it's going to go in there with like bedwetting and arson and killing small
Yeah,
animals.
we're gonna be.
And the fourth thing is going to be finding urns.
Oh my god!
What a crazy story.
Okay. New theory about these kids. They're killing these people, then they're getting cremated, and then years later they're going and finding the urns.
People, stop.
Years. They're 12, dude. When did they start killing? When they were 3?
Prenatal.
Go ahead, Gina.
So
Stewie Griffins. is what they are.
story time. In 2011, I met Andrew, and he was on The Vibe, and he told me I think a lot of inappropriate things are funny, so
Yeah,
he gave
'cause
me
they
a
are.
list of things that were not funny.
Please tell me
On that
cremations
list-
on it.
On that list was domestic violence, rape, child molestation, and local dead people. And we have, and there was a few more too, but we've hit quite a few.
All of them.
Well, it's so true.
And I'm mad because I see him laughing at all this stuff that I have been trained now for 9 years to not think is funny, and he is cracking up laughing.
Here's the best part is when you said don't make fun of local dead people. So what happened was when I was on KISS, this guy made a helicopter, and the helicopter fell out of the sky, and this dude died. And for some reason, when they were telling the story, we just started laughing about no. I think what it was is I would never fly. I would never fly in anything that I made. I don't trust myself. I'm not gonna fly. Well, who's gonna fly in their own helicopter? That's ridiculous. So we're making fun of this dude. Well, his family's listening. And it was the worst. So we had to make the rule: we cannot make fun of local dead people.
Okay, who listens to Andrew Z while they're grieving?
A lot of people.
His funeral's in a couple days, and I'm just so sad. And it's time for Andrew Z.
And now Tifo's going to double down on it and make fun of the family who was grieving.
I know.
Yeah, it's been
They
years.
were
They don't
already
remember.
mad. They were already mad once. We're gonna piss them off again.
Yeah, go ahead,
They're
Jake.
probably not listening.
Go ahead, Jake.
So
Double Jeopardy.
there was a flat earther who was building his own rocket for a while and tried to, just so he could get up and prove that the earth was flat, and he recently died in his own rocket that he built.
I remember that. He's from California. It was a California
Yeah.
thing, I think.
I don't
Good,
care
so
what
we
you
can
say.
make fun of him.
I don't care what you say. That's hilarious.
And he's not
Ironically,
local.
went to an arc.
All right, go ahead, Colleen.
Well, that's because the Earth is flat.
All right,
Just
Well, no,
kidding.
listen, he was by the end of it.
Just kidding.
Denny, go ahead.
It's like some Wile E. Coyote death.
Oh, I forgot what I was going to say.
All right, go ahead, Jake. You already did yours, right? Go ahead, Sugar.
Yep.
I was just gonna say, come back to me.
Well, everyone's got the brain
Wait,
farts
people,
today.
okay, I remember.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, Gina, because I did not. I must have missed orientation day or something. But I was never given a list of topics, and I think I've really screwed up.
Well, I think it's because he was on the regulated FCC air is why.
We don't have those rules now. We just try. I mean, we just don't want to be swearing all the time. I mean,
I
it
never
comes
do.
up. Yeah.
That's bullshit.
You're the
How
worst.
dare you?
You're the worst. Denny, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say. Gina, I also don't think certain things like child molestation is funny, but saying people looks like someone who does it is
That's funny.
is
Hilarious.
absolutely funny.
Yeah. All right.
There's a way to skirt the issue.
Real quick, I guess I had Deb Leffler who's listening. Aaron Christopherson is listening. Eli, let's see who.
Ken Lanning.
Charlie Franklin, Felicia Esquivel. This is funny. Georgia Tiefel, who is of course Chris's sister, and
We'll see for how much longer.
and his brother-in-law, which this one is funny to me. He said, "What did his brother-in-law say?" Oh, because I talked about how if you're cremated, then you are the same size as everyone else. He's like, "Oh, you get to be skinny for once. You only get to do it once."
Now I have something to look forward to.
I'm super curious. if
He'll
Andrew's
finally
gonna
reach
be-
that goal weight.
Is he going to be pot roast or is he going to be bacon?
Bacon.
Like which
Gina,
one?
don't
bacon?
come for my baby.
Yeah, Gina.
Oh, Colleen, please stop.
I'm gonna smell like a crispy creme brulee. I already know it.
If you,
Hey, listen,
Gina,
we already roasted Andrew once.
I know.
Gina, if you come for Andrew anymore, I'm gonna start talking about what we're gonna do after the show.
Oh God. Okay, you win.
All right. Hey, real quick, and then the Toledo Zoo. Congratulations. There's a new baby orangutan.
I saw it, so sweet.
It's so cute. Fajar,
It looks
which means
just like Andrew. It is the cutest thing.
So when we're done here,
I said he's cute. I said he's cute.
Fajar which means dawn of a new day, was born October 12th. And then the Toledo Zoo had.
I love the orangutans at the zoo.
So
Last time I was there, they got this male orangutan there that was just like asserting his dominance over me. He was going at it with his mate, and he just stared me down as I was looking into the habitat.
That's my go-to move too.
He just
I like to stare directly at somebody as they're watching me
They're
bang my
watching.
fiance.
Oh my god.
Sugar, go ahead.
Why in the ever loving Christ would they name it? What did they name it? Fajar?
Fajar.
Dawn of a new day.
Dajar? No, listen. This little animal is 100% gonna grow up to be a Disney villain sidekick. Like little Dajar is gonna be ripping Aladdin's eyelids off in like the Aladdin Saw crossover part 7.
That doesn't sound like anything like Disney.
This orangutan
That's
is
it, new
born in
Disney
America.
Plus.
It's an American. Should have an American name.
Go ahead, Jake.
What?
Oh, I thought you had your hand up.
No.
Hold on, Andrew.
What?
I just want to say R.I.P. Harambe.
Oh, too soon. Don't get me started about Saint Harambe up in heaven. My Lord, the color yellow we will wear in grief, and we will bless upon him our banana splits.
Words we can't say that start with a D for Harambe.
Dicks out.
Freaking Sugar. I can't with you. All right.
Dex?
My holy Harambe robes are yellow, like his favorite banana.
Are there different kinds of bananas?
Practicing this stuff.
What's that?
No one's around. She's just preaching about Saint Harambe.
Harambe, or not Harambe. We're gonna
Yeah,
do this.
what is how? He is an American hero, China, and you dare to pronounce his name wrong, China?
By the way, Georgia Tiefel, Chris's sister says even a monkey gets more action than you do.
She don't want to know the truth.
Your own sister. Oh, she knows the truth.
None of us do.
Yeah, we really don't want to know how much you pay for.
Oh, Georgia with the line of the night. Good job,
Oh,
Georgia.
So funny. All right. So the
And orangutans are apes. Thank you very much.
The Joe Exotic legal team is ready to hit the road. I don't know if you guys saw this. He's got a new legal team chomping at the bit to ask Donald Trump for a presidential pardon for the Tiger King. They're ready to flood the White House.
Oh my God, yes.
They've
I
got-
can't wait for this episode.
they've got
This is going to be so good.
they've got this big bus, and they're
This
going.
is right up Trump's alley.
Yeah.
I know.
It really is.
Well, didn't he already?
This is his
He already
people.
joked about pardoning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He got asked
him.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his headquarters in Fort Worth, Texas. They're saying they're going to hit the road early Monday morning en route to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
I want to jump on this bus. Is there room? Because I want to see this up close and personal.
That would be
I
amazing.
need every single detail. I need it.
And they're going to drive. They're going to do a video asking him for a pardon, claiming that Tiger King is not guilty of trying to get Carol Baskin whacked. He was also framed.
He was, though.
Joe's army of lawyers will attack on all fronts. They're appealing Joe's conviction, asking Trump for a pardon, and even pursuing a malicious prosecution lawsuit against a bunch of people involved in Joe's criminal case.
Carol fucking Baskin.
So there you go. Look how
Oh my God. See, having Trump as president is not all downside. Where else could you see this sideshow?
I know.
This is fun.
I know.
But is it worth it? That's what you gotta.
I will sacrifice a lot for my dark humor. I'm
Gina-
going to say
Did
that.
you guys
Go ahead.
did you guys watch the follow-up episode with Joe McHale?
Yeah.
No.
I heard it wasn't good.
Okay, let me tell you something. He interviewed. It was pretty good. I mean, if you watch the series, you might as well watch it. It's not any worse than the entire series. But
I was
if
not
you
happy
watch
with
it,
Joel.
every single person, every single one of them, like Joe's people, and they said he asked, is Joe guilty? And every single one of them said absolutely.
They're like, oh
He's
yeah.
100% guilty. He wasn't set up. And another thing too is that, and I don't know that they touched on this too much. I know that he was convicted of killing tigers, but in the documentary, I don't think they touched on it as much as they did in this follow-up show. That dude's an asshole.
But he's
like
but he's saying that they were tigers that were ready to go. Like he was putting them out.
no,
It was
no,
a
they
humane killing.
they completely shut that down, and every one of them in separate interviews are saying that he just needed room. The one that bit him in the documentary, you remember the one that was dragging him by his foot,
Mhm.
that he hit
Yeah.
with the crutch.
Yeah.
He shot that tiger later.
Oh, Jake, go
He
ahead.
killed it.
I'd have shot him too.
Go ahead, Jake.
Let's see if I can nail this impression. Here we go. Listen, Joe Exotic has done a lot of terrific things. People are telling me. I've heard it. They've said it. You know, that Carol Baskin is the biggest hoax from the Democrats that I've ever seen since the Russians.
It sounds like Reagan doing an impression of Trump.
Dude, that was amazing. What are you talking about? That was amazing.
I didn't say it wasn't amazing. I just said that's what it sounded like.
Go ahead.
Andrew, you cannot judge impressions. You're not allowed.
Go ahead, Trump. Go ahead, Denny. I said, go ahead, Trump.
How
I know. I don't know.
dare you? Oh, was it Joe? Like, here's the thing, man. He's not a good person. So even if he might not be guilty of specifically what he's in jail for, I'm not sad that he's behind bars because
we've talked about that too, Denny. It's like just because you're in jail for something that you say you didn't do,
Yeah.
you've done crap in the past. That's why you're there, because it's a repetitive pattern. The chances are the authorities aren't going to catch you your first time. It's because you keep doing it and get caught. Go ahead, Sugar.
I just want to say I disagree with all of you. Joe Exotic is my idol. A little meth and tigers make a straight dude gay. And you get tigers and a bunch of dudes and a four-wheeler and a gun. Sign me up. Oh my, seriously, this guy hasn't made.
Let's not forget about the sex cult.
Yes, a sex cult. I very much.
That's not Joe.
A
That's
few
not
of
Joe.
them.
Yeah, but you're in proximity.
Yeah.
What do you mean
Yeah.
it's not Joey? Married two dudes at the same time.
Yeah,
That's
but,
totally a
but-
sex
When it
cult.
was told
Joe.
not even legal to marry
Hold
one.
on, it's not the Doc Atkin or whatever. That's the one that has the sex cult. He has a
Doc
legit sex cult.
Antler?
Yeah.
Antler, whatever.
Whatever.
I don't know. Antle?
So
Antle.
one last Tiger King note. So they're working on a TV series, and I think it said that who's gonna I got it right.
Nicolas
here.
Cage.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is gonna play Tiger King.
He's gonna play Joe
Nicolas
Exotic.
That is
Wait,
so
this is a
perfect.
dramatized television series?
I'm looking right now. Well, yeah, if Nicolas Cage is in it, then yeah, it's a drama.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Oh my
he could
god.
he could do something serious.
Let me look.
I saw him in 8mm.
Oh my god. I want to audition for Carol fucking Baskin. Want to? Hey there, cool cats and kittens.
Oh,
I would so do that. I'd be
All right,
so
here we
good
go.
at that.
I got it. Nicolas Cage is going to play Joe Exotic in the new Tiger King series. It's going to be the show is a limited series, so we'll have been thankful TV. Let's see, Oscar winner Nicolas Cage is set to star as the zoo owner Joe Exotic. Here's what else we know. What's the plot of the new Tiger King series? It'll be made up of 8 episodes that will center around Joe and how he became Joe Exotic. It's based on an article in Texas Monthly from June of 2019 called Joe
Becoming
Exotic.
Joe Exotic.
Yes.
They're basing a series around an article.
Yes, I know. That's how desperate they are for content. It's a dark journey into the world of a man gone wild, and it's written by a guy named Leif Regstad. So there you go. That's a new
Sign me up.
series. It's going to be. It's
5 stars. Already done.
I want
5-star rating.
I want Nicolas Cage to go full method actor on this thing.
Oh my God!
Like full Jared Leto on here.
Full
the set.
mess.
Yeah, you got it.
Math.
Go ahead, Jake.
No, Gina stole my joke.
Oh, go ahead, Jenny.
This thing has all the makings of like Whitney Houston Lifetime biopic bad. It's gonna be that bad. It's gonna be so bad to watch. It's gonna be so bad to watch. It's gonna be like Sharknado, where like it was really, really awful to the point where it was amazing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my God. All right, and so let's get into some celebrity news that I know you guys care about really badly.
We're going to talk about Jay Cutler again.
No, Mary Kate Olsen is Ashley Olsen.
It doesn't matter.
Whichever.
I mean, they're the same.
It's funny because when I was on Kiss and doing all that, it's like I cared about this stuff, and I'm trying to find celebrity stories, and I just don't care about them anymore.
Yeah, we got real shit to deal with now.
I know. Ashley Olsen is splitting from her husband Olivier Sarkozy.
I don't give a flying.
Isn't he the one that's like 83?
Yeah, he's way old. Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Isn't she too? Like they are both replicants. Let's talk about that. They're clearly both reptilian
they are
replicants.
They're elves. They're elves or something, aren't
No,
they?
they're reptilians. Come on now. You know the lizard people are real. How many times do we have to go over this on the air? An unlimited amount of times. That's how many.
So
lizard people, Olsens.
The Olsen
We literally watched them grow up.
and Olsen twins are 33. He's 50. Go ahead, Colleen.
And your point is?
I know that's almost exactly mine. Colleen's age.
Colleen feels judged.
But no, don't come for the Olsen twins because I love them.
Why?
They're trash.
I don't care. I love them.
Wait,
Like,
they're
what
only
have they
23?
done that makes you love them?
They look like leather handbags.
Be nice.
Skeletor's offspring.
Oh, come on. Be nice, you guys. Be nice.
I will not.
All their movies that I grew up with, all their little sing-alongs, all their sleepovers.
Okay. Prince.
She's 33, Andrew.
Prince Harry feels rudderless and doesn't have any friends in L.A. As you
I'll
know,
be his friend.
Prince Harry has left the monarchy. He's no longer a royal. He lost his royal. He gave up his royal title, and him and his wife Meghan Markle have now moved to L.A. And they're living in a house by I saw it the other day. Oprah set up the deal. Like Oprah was friends with some dude that's like
Tyler Perry.
Yeah, Tyler Perry's house.
Oprah's got a real estate license too. Was that like her fallback?
They're mutual
Oprah
friends.
for Tyler Perry.
Yeah. Megan and Prince Harry are living in Tyler Perry's house. Go ahead, Sugar.
Well, I have to tell you because I know the real scoop.
What?
This is true from my blind gossip sites that are always right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
No, they always are. I'm so serious.
Okay.
So the real the royal family, the Queen, they are trying to be as hands off and like no pressure as possible because their long term plan is to get Harry back, Meghan's to the curb. That's what they're trying to engineer. That's what they hope happens.
What did they break up?
That Harry comes back and Meghan doesn't.
No, if they didn't want Meghan to be part of the family, if they didn't want him to marry her, it wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Well, no, at first they thought it was fine, but then she started a little gossip on the side that she wasn't supposed to do.
See now,
I know everything about this.
I disagree.
Megan
was victim. Megan was the victim.
Yep.
Nobody's ever a victim. Hate them all.
So anyway, I guess Harry's feeling homesick because obviously he's lived out in the UK his whole life. Quote, he has a lot of friends in the military community in the UK, and of course he misses them. It's a very strange time for all of us, but I think Harry is missing a structure to his life right now. He doesn't have friends in LA like Megan does because, she was an actress, so he doesn't have a job. So at the moment, he's a bit rudderless.
Has he ever had a job?
Yeah, he was in the military. He was
Well, I mean,
a chopper
besides that,
pilot.
like an actual, you got to go and clock in kind of job.
Well, I mean, with the royal
Not
family,
quite that kind.
they do have royal duties,
Yeah.
like doing public events and.
Have you
things
never
like
watched
that.
The Crown? What's wrong with you?
No, I never watched The Crown.
They have a lot to do.
Oh, please.
They
So,
do.
All right, Harry. That's the latest on Harry and Meghan Markle. In case you guys,
I don't know, but
super fun to hang out with.
I think
They
so,
would
too.
be.
if I was Harry, I think Meghan Markle's worth the sacrifice.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
I saw her titties when she was on Suits.
Wait,
That was
what?
You said what?
What?
Her titties.
She
wearing-
never went nude in Suits. I watched every episode she was
I
in.
said
Can we
you
say
saw
boobs?
her titties. She had a sheer little thing on,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she was flaunting it. Yup.
God bless
Can we
America.
say
Royal
boobs?
titties.
Can we say boobs, please?
No, I have to say titties. It's TIDDIS.
Adrian, would you
Yes.
prefer fun bags?
Titties.
Yes. All right. So here's
We had a whole conversation about this before.
I know before we I know we did.
Sugar's already dropped 2 F-bombs. She doesn't care.
I know.
I haven't.
Oh,
I might have.
No, you have.
All right, before
Oopsie.
we get out here, I do have one more Hollywood story. I want to. This is kind of interesting. Lori Loughlin, who is of course Aunt Becky, she got in all that trouble with the college. I don't have to. If you don't know that, I mean, I'm not gonna.
She's got her
catch you
street
up.
cred now.
I'm not going to catch you up on that. But Dave Coulier, our good friend Dave Coulier, has broken his silence about the Lori Loughlin college.
Oh, thank
scandal.
God! I've been wondering what Uncle
Cut
Joey
it out.
wondered about all
Wait,
this.
did he bring the beaver along?
Oh my God.
What? Yeah.
His little puppet on the show.
He basically told her to cut it out.
Oh my God.
No, I'm kidding. Let's see. What did he say?
This is so bad.
Stop. However, this kind of turns out, we're there for her. The images that people see aren't always that what is true. And Lori is one of my closest and dearest friends on the planet, and it's really unfortunate this has happened. And I will be there for her forever. So that's what he says. He says, the family sticks together no matter what.
Gay.
Simp.
I feel like this whole thing is super stupid because if I had money, I would also buy my kids way into whatever they want.
But
I just would.
We had this conversation, though. I thought you were on the other side saying because it takes a.
I don't think she was on the show that night.
It takes an opportunity away from.
That was definitely me. I said
know.
that.
Yeah,
remember
that sounds.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It does. It's true, but I would still do it. I would still give my kids the best possible life that
I
money
would do
could
the same
buy
thing.
if I had it.
My
Yeah,
only
I would
thing
say.
with this is I see how it's a problem with the university. I just don't see how it's illegal.
You're not allowed to bribe people.
Yes, but bribing a
But
public
in
official.
in that case, they weren't bribing. The guy was advertising services for money. They paid money, got the service.
And someone brought up a great point. It's like, okay, but if your family, if you have family history there, or if you have a wing that you want to donate to, those are all okay. So I mean, it's just the college system is just so hypocritical. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
in so many ways.
I mean, don't get me started on what they do to the student athletes.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Right. Yeah,
how they
that's
exploit
awful.
those guys.
I really
and
exploit
girls.
student athletes. And that's true.
I know you do.
That's true.
Lufka all natural skincare and household cleaners, reusable
Perfect
household
clean
products,
transition.
natural toothpaste, body scrubs, soaps, lotions, essential oils, and so much more. Lufka.
Colleges are dirty, but Lufka is not.
Glick Electrical Services provides services for both commercial and residential clients. Their services range from installing simple light fixtures to installing generators in factories. They do it all to provide you with service you deserve. Call today. New Power Property Services. They do cleaning and sanitation for your home, for your office, for your restaurant, for your property rental. Doesn't matter. They do it all. And finally, Twice But Nice Resale Shop. They buy and sell baby equipment, toys, books, outerwear, clothes, formula, diapers, and so much more to fit your family's needs. All right, Gina, go ahead. Final thoughts.
I found my MySpace password today.
Yes.
And I've totally been downloading all the pictures. So it sucks though because you have to download them one at a time. But like on the cute side, I found like pictures of my kids when they were babies. I thought I lost Gabby's first birthday pictures, and I found those. But I found a picture of my brother-in-law with a blow-up doll at one of our Christmas parties. It's amazing.
Gina, who was in your top 8?
I don't even know. It's probably all family.
Did you delete Tom out of spite? I did.
I don't remember.
Can someone see?
That was a lot of drugs.
Can someone see if I have if mine is still up there?
We've logged
You
into
have
yours
to
before.
search it.
Okay, I want to see it again. Pull it up. I want to see pictures in there. All right, go ahead, Sugar. Final thoughts.
Do you know what I did? Because I'm shady.
What?
Like a year ago, I rediscovered my MySpace. And so, like, I was able to delete all of the absolutely ratchet things I've done and said. But I went through my friends'
to make room for new ones.
Yeah, I went through all of my friends' MySpace and like saved all the pictures they forgot to delete. So I have dirt on everyone. I'm gonna like Joe Exotic, all of them.
Go ahead, Denny.
Man, like years ago, it was before I was dating my fiance. I was dating some other girl. Her like ex was still trying to get her back, and he like found my MySpace that I hadn't been on in like 3 years, and was like, his MySpace still says he's single, and I'm like, who? It's like I haven't been on MySpace in several years.
He thought he had you.
Was I supposed to go like and change that just because I was dating somebody for like a month?
That's the responsible thing to do, Denny.
Oh man, he was trying hard to get her back.
He's trying hard. All right, you guys. Well, that's it. Jake Dickey, you were amazing as always.
Jake, we're going to miss you, brother.
We're gonna miss you, Jake.
Hey, I'll be back as soon as I can, and nights off if we're rolling the show.
Awesome.
I'll be on. You know that for sure.
Thank you, brother.
And
Appreciate it.
I love you all, and I'll see you soon.
Yes,
We love you,
And
brother.
everyone else, stay safe out there with the unlocking, man.
Yes.
Love you, Jackie.
Yeah, love you, bro.
Love you all.
Okay, Jake
Mwah.
Dickey.
Love you. Stay safe.
Denny Crum, Chris Tiefel, Sugar Vermont, Southside
Bye.
Gina, Colleen Z. I'm Andrew Z. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye, everybody.
Does anyone remember my Hotmail address? Because that's my password recovery address for MySpace.
Nobody remembers anything hot about you.
Ouch.